And green innovation in Africa is far from hitting the targets of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and requires more investments to attain an appreciable height. At one of the fora of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, Christian Vessels of Sunray Ventures, an e-waste management firm, shared some strategies to limit Nigeria's 8% per annum growth in electrical and electronic waste.
Then it's absolutely unacceptable to dump waste in an unsustainable manner. So that's against the law. But then when we speak about it, how we can then further mobilize the sector, I would say, number one, we should make both producers as well as potential investors in the circular economy aware that there are very positive business opportunities. And these business opportunities today in the year 2018 are not anymore only defined as PBT. It's not only profit, but it's also the profit that I create for my stakeholders, for my employees, for the communities that I'm in. So what the Nigerian government has in mind in building a circular economy, yes, I profit not only because I probably have a very viable business, but I profit also by healthy employees, a healthy environment, and by developing, and this for me, now that I saw this development over the last 20 years in Germany, by building a future technology. Because if you think about Nigeria's future, it would be the best if we could place our bets and our investment in where also in the future there will be prosperous industries. And I think circular economy is probably the biggest topic. Maybe the second one is renewable energy, but those two topics are the main drivers potentially for a modern Nigerian industry. Now, I think the investment is closely linked to where we feel things are beneficial, and that is clear not only in Lagos, but also in so many of the other states. And again, we look forward also to partner with awesome states. But here's kind of a perspective to this. Let's assume for a second I'm HP, and I'm saying this because HP is also represented here. So I'm selling amazing products, yeah? Now, I want to sell these products, for instance, to Lafarge. Polashade is sitting next to me. Then Polashade will have an interest, and not only she has an amazing product, sure she will, but also that in a couple of years, that she doesn't have to find a solution for these products, when in 3, 4, 5 years, her colleagues would like to work with an even newer laptop from Hewlett-Packard, HP. So here's one interesting example. So for those kind of companies, yes, it is hugely beneficial if they're in their discussion with large corporations say, in the end of this life cycle of your product, I will help you to take that back. And I will make sure that this is done in an environmentally friendly way. So here comes number 2 perspective. I stay with Hewlett-Packard. Hewlett-Packard has a great set of shareholders. Those shareholders are greatly interested in supporting HP's agenda on sustainability. Now, they're really interested that they're not doing this only in Germany, US, but also in Nigeria. So again, the second example of incentive. And now let me go down to a retail shop in Nigeria. So big Hewlett-Packard US investors down to a retail store in Oshodi, Lagos. So why is this relevant for this retail store, circular economy? Because we're having discussions on how we build take-back systems for products with gas stations, with retail stores. If you have a supermarket close to where we are in Oshodi and Ilopejo, then you have an interest of customers coming in. So why don't we think creative about systems whereby this retail store all of a sudden becomes for us a collection point and giving an incentive to those people who bring back maybe an even older HP product or a telephone and give them a voucher. So all of a sudden the guy says, that's interesting, not quite sure what the guy is talking about circular economy, but I do understand that this means that more people come into my retail store and they're getting a voucher to buy products in my store. So I could keep on going, but I would like to give one quick last example, which is even more appalling. We are in renewable energy. Renewable energy has a battery component. Batteries currently, another initiative also by the way of Nesrea, they have to be better recycled in the future. So when I'm the CEO of a large African Nigerian bank with thousands of ATMs. So these ATMs currently run all on, let's say, mediocre quality batteries. Circular economy again. I speak with that CEO and say, you have an interest of earning money with your ATM. Why don't you get into a better battery product and one that is actually also recycled, as opposed to buy one time a cheap battery that falls flat after 1 or 2 years? So you see, you can actually go up and down in circular economy, and you will always find that it's not only beneficial socially, but also environmentally, but also often has a very strong business sense to it.
And finally, oil prices were mixed today, with U.S. fuel markets seen to be tightening, while the Sino-U.S. trade dispute dragged on international crude contracts. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures for September delivery were up 27 cents at $66.70 per barrel. The contract expires on Tuesday. The more active October futures were up 7 cents to $65.49 a barrel. Traders say U.S. markets were lifted by a tightening outlook for fuel markets in the coming months. Inventories in the United States for refined products such as diesel and heating oil for this time of year are at their lowest in 4 years. This is occurring just ahead of the peak demand period for these fuels, with diesel needed for tractors to harvest crops and the arrival of colder weather during the Northern Hemisphere autumn, raising consumption of heating oil. And that's a wrap on the show. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Chimezi Obi Iwawo.